These are 5 things you'll wish you had considered before you retired early. I'm going to list each 5 for you right now, and then I'm going to go through an example of each. I watch YouTube videos myself, and I hate when people start the video and then they don't actually get to the topic for 3 minutes in. So number 1, healthcare costs, they're significant, but you need to plan for them. I have way too many people coming to me, I'm not going to retire early because of healthcare costs. That is you cheating yourself. That's not the reason to avoid retiring early. It's the unknown that scares people. I've never had to pay for health insurance myself. That might be a big cost. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's $1,000 a month. Sometimes it's nowhere near that and it's $200 a month. It depends on how you plan. So I don't want you to make the mistake of just assuming it's going to cost so much that that's why you have to keep working. Number 2 is your identity becomes untethered from work. When your career no longer defines who you are, you might feel a sense of identity that's lost, which is why I encourage people before they retire to watch this documentary right here. I receive no commission, I get no tips. It's called In and of Itself from this guy named Derek Del Guadio. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but I've told hundreds of people to watch this and they've told me that it has changed the way they think about identity in themselves, especially ahead of retirement. The third and probably the biggest thing, once again, if you want to retire early, so not the traditional retire 65, pass away at 95 with 2 kids, but if you're retiring early, maybe 60, maybe 55, maybe 50, well, you're going to need your income to last much longer, which I'm sure you've thought about, but it also means that you need to be more strategic with your withdrawal rate, meaning where do you pull income from and how are you going to shift that? The way I'll explain it is kind of like bowling. If you're bowling, you're trying to hit over as many pins as you can. I'm not a bowler, so maybe there's a better way of saying that, but you know what I mean. Now, there's a cheat code to bowling, and there's a cheat code in retirement. And the cheat code is bowling with the bumpers up. And that's my job for my clients. Here's the most you can spend. So when markets are doing XYZ, this is what you know you're on track for. And here's the least that if you don't at least spend this, I'm going to be pissed if you don't fly first class because you told me you did not want to die with X amount of money. Being willing and understanding how to shift your income when markets are changing, that's what leads to success. It's not, hey, I can pull 4% no matter what and I'll be okay. That's a cookie cutter way of looking at it. Number 4, and this is a tip from my client, so I'm not going to take credit for this one. They said social isolation happens gradually. It's not one of those things where you're like, oh my gosh, my coworker stopped talking to me. It's, yeah, maybe you don't see them as much, but you now need to put more effort into relationships because now it's not being queued up for you. I don't know if any of you remember, but at least when I was in college, I loved that they cooked for me and cleaned for me. I was the weird guy that on the conveyor belt of how they clean the dishes, I would yell behind like, thank you so much. I just love not doing the dishes. I hope you're paid well. Even if they probably weren't paid that well. A lot of them were students and friends of mine as well. So I would also make jokes behind that I will not say on this video. But my point here is this is something that you need to be intentional about. In college, food was cooked for me. It was cleaned for me. The dishes, all I do is show up. It was really easy. I was trying to build muscle because I was a soccer player and I kept getting pushed off the ball. Now, if I had to cook all of my meals, which sounds like a really, first world problem, but if I had to cook all my meals and I was working at the time and I was playing soccer and I had to study, I probably still would have tried to build strength and eat, but it wouldn't have been as queued up nicely for me. So my point here is it's not going to be queued up nicely for you in retirement with, here's 20 best friends ready to hang out with you. You will have to put more work and energy into redating your spouse. And a lot of you are excited to do this. So I'm making it sound more intimidating than it is. But a lot of you are like, no, I'm ready for that. I just need to know, how do I do that? And then number 5 is do not underestimate dreaming. I was thinking of debating what I should call this 5th tip, but the reason I'm saying it's this is because I'll see way too many people go, look, it looks like I'm on track for retirement. I mean, yeah, I would love a second home if I could afford it, but I'm on track and I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that, so I'm not going to. Then they're 80 and they're like, I have $10 million. I don't need 10 million. In fact, I want my children to not inherit 10 million because what if they then don't work hard because they see that they have more than enough money? I wish I did help family with a down payment when it could have been more useful. I wish that I did donate to more charities because not only would it have helped them, it would have saved me on taxes in those years where I needed to do more of those Roth conversions and other tax strategy that I talk about. So dream big. I'm not saying you get to do all these things, but do you want to go to the World Cup, which is, I'm a soccer guy. Do you want to fly around the world in a private jet on that National Geographic tour that people are talking about nowadays. So it's this one right here. I have clients that are like, this is what I want to do. I want to go across the continents by private jet. I'm like, that's cool. That's not happening every year, but if you want to do it this year, your plan allows for it, so go nuts. Other people are like, my version of dreaming is just retiring really early, like 52, and spending time with my mom who's not in good health. Awesome, that's allowed as well. Just don't not dream. Don't be like, I think I could get away with $5,000 a month. And then you retire and you're like, yeah, my life's okay, but I'm not really living my dream life. So I know I said I would just briefly go over each of them, but I get very emotional with these things because my parents were burned by multiple advisors and they're still working in their 70s. Luckily, they like what they do, but that is why I'm an advisor today. If you don't know, my name is Taublieb. I'm a certified financial planner, host of the Early Retirement Podcast, and Chief Growth Officer at Root. If you're interested in concepts regarding an early retirement, tax strategy, estate planning, insurance, withdrawal strategy, I invite you to subscribe and like this video. And then finally, please share it with others that you think will find value from it. So when you retire early, I know this is a mouthful. So when you retire early, you're not like, I crushed it. I've got enough money. I'm not going to run out. But who am I supposed to hang out with? Because my friends are still working. You can help them so that you have a better retirement. Please also be smart about all of this. Nothing should be construed as financial advice. This is all for fun, educational, informational purposes only. Okay, let's go through each of them with an example. Number one, healthcare. I have clients that have what's called a superhero account, known as a brokerage account. I had someone that legitimately called up Vanguard and said, I watched a video from this kind of early retirement guy, and he said that I should have a superhero account. They literally did this. It's not a real account, guys. I make these concepts up to try to make it entertaining or else people will fall asleep on me. So superhero, brokerage account, taxable account, individual, joint, after tax. These are all the same exact thing, which is an account that you can put money into. And the reason I love it is if you put $10 million into a 401k and you want to leave work at 50, sucks to suck. All your money's in a 401k. You can pay a big penalty and taxes, but you probably don't want to do that. A brokerage account allows you to create income as you see fit. And so if you're paying taxes off of the income that you make, which we all do, when you pull from a 401k, it gets taxed as if you just made more money. It's called ordinary income. When you pull from a brokerage or superhero account, you pay capital gains taxes, which is way lower and sometimes 0%. So the point here is when you need to pay for healthcare in retirement, as of today, things are going to be changing, but you can qualify for a subsidy if your income is low enough. And I have clients that pay $50 a month for healthcare and they have millions of dollars. Number two, identity. Please don't go, I'm going to golf when I retire. That's my plan. Okay, you hurt your back. What are you going to do? I'm going to travel. Okay, you travel. Turns out your spouse likes being home. What are you going to do? Don't just I kind of have a few ideas. Plan it out. What does your dream day, dream week, dream month look like? Please. Number three, be dynamic with your approach to creating income, how you withdraw money. There are months I'll tell my clients, I know we said you're going to spend $8,000 a month. Please increase that. Please spend $10,000 a month. Markets are doing well. You told me you want to help out a kid with a wedding or a car. Please, this is the time. Go do it. Other times I'll say, you're not going to like me. I'm not saying go live off top ramen. I'm saying please spend a little bit less the next few months while markets are down so we can do a tax strategy that's going to make you way more money over the course of your lifetime. And if a client is unwilling to do that, they should not work with me. Number four is social isolation. I would encourage you, and I'm a really weird guy if you couldn't tell already, but I would encourage you, be proactive. My nickname in my friend group is the instigator because I think there's so many things that don't occur when people don't just take initiative. So I'm the guy that's saying, hey, we're all going on vacation. I paid for it. You're all going to pay me back, but it's booked. Let's go do it. Everyone needs that person in their life who's going to just go take initiative. And I will do that with very little things, whether it's dinner. I could be wrong, but for my fiance, she does not like deciding. Too many options. And I could be wrong, and we could have a very bad upcoming wedding. And there's certain things with the wedding that she's certainly taking the lead on. But for dinner, she loves that I just make the decision, and I need to read her well. If I just made the decision and I was wrong every night, then it would not be good. But I can get a sense she probably wants one or two of these things. And if I'm wrong, I'll make something else, but I'm at least trying. So just try. Go to a museum. Are there groups? Where can you go hang out where you think other people might be stimulating? I have a lot of clients that love doing RV trips and cruises, which I used to think was like, look, that's going to be kind of dull, and I don't know if you're really going to want to do that. And I would tell clients that, having me not even done it. Like, who am I to say anything? What I realized is it's not the RV or it's not the cruise. It's you're with other people that you get to talk to and share stories with. So I am totally off, Mr. Wrong over here. My clients love it. Number 5 is structuring your time. What's it going to be like when you don't have to go to work? You don't have to wake up. You're going to redate your spouse. You might go to your child and their child's probably like, hey, I've got homework. I can't maybe go travel with you everywhere. And you're going to be like, that's okay. We're going to find more time to hang out. And we're going to do XYZ instead. Get creative with not just family, but with prioritizing your health. Is there a class that you will go to every morning? I go to yoga at 6:30, 3 nights a week. Not 3 nights a week, 3 days a week, 3 mornings a week. I'm getting all flustered here today. I just get so emotional with this stuff. So I go 3 mornings a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do yoga at 6:30. It's easy because it doesn't even feel like a choice. It's like brushing my teeth. It's like I'm doing it. It's not a, do I do it? Do I feel like it? So what happens is, let's assume you don't have to go to work anymore. You don't have to wake up at 5 to be there at 6:30 for yoga to start work at 9. Okay, you might go, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to start maybe at 11. And then you don't really feel like it that day. I see that lifestyle creep happen a lot. I hope this was helpful. Please like this, share this with other people you want to retire early with. Subscribe for more information. And of course, if you want to work with Root, reach out to us. This is what we love doing, helping clients with true holistic financial planning for an early retirement.